Hey everybody, it's Saturday night. Thanks for joining us. I'm Laura, he's Troy, this is Baker Drinks.
Yeah, so tonight we're going to be sampling through some Arizona whiskeys, courtesy of Steven over at Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans. He had to work tonight at Adventurous Stills. I think he's bartending, so he couldn't join us. But he sent us this stuff, and we're going to taste through it and let you know what we think about it.
I gotta start with some water. I just scarfed down some dinner right before clicking go, so I kind of still got some flavor in my mouth here. So this first one is called Fossil Creek Whiskey. It is a 4-grain. I believe it said it's American campfire style. I don't really know what that means. I think it means it's smoky and low proof and easy to drink. I don't know.
Yeah, so 46% ABV is what it says on the bottle. It's probably the lightest looking one out of all of these.
But it's 4-grain. So first, this Adventurous Stills. It's grain to glass is kind of their thing. They're a small distillery. They do small batches, and it's all grains from the local area, Tempe, Arizona. So I don't really know what to expect of these. I'm hoping they're good.
It smells smoky. Maybe we should have put this one last.
Well, it's not. It just said it's in an extra charred barrel, so yeah. That must be where the.
So Laura put some notes over here on the board as far as the 4-grain mash bill. So it's local blue and yellow corn, durum wheat, malted barley, Verde Valley rye, aged in extra charred American white oak.
Okay, thank you, Sugar Kitty, for getting that information on there.
You should just make him a mod.
Well, he is. That's why he's
okay.
Able to
Gotcha.
Okay, well, it smells interesting. I'm a little nervous.
So, if any of you have had the High West campfire whiskey, that's a blend of bourbon, rye, and Scotch, I get a similar vibe on this one, on the nose.
I don't remember what that one tastes like. That was before I liked Scotch, so it's interesting. It's savory. It's not sweet.
So it's got like a coffee note to it. And, coffee is not my thing, but it's that super dark, like bitter chocolate. There is some smokiness. I feel like I'm sitting at a campfire.
Maybe that's what they mean by campfire style. You're supposed to feel like you're at a fire.
With like booze and a coffee in the fall.
Sure, I'll go with it.
It's pretty interesting. I don't know that it's my favorite, though.
I don't think I'd buy a bottle. It's definitely interesting to try, but beyond that, I'm sure it's going to get better.
Yeah, so, I mean, I've seen Steven sent some samples to a couple other channels, and, they drank through them, and, they had some that they liked, some that they didn't like. But there's one in here, maybe this one, that I'm real excited to try.
I feel like my tongue is coated in, I don't know how to get it off. It's not my favorite.
Ooh, the second one smells really good.
So I just put that first one first, even though it sounded weird, and I kind of knew it was going to be weird. It just it had a low proof point, so I thought that would be nice. Now we're stepping it up a bit. This is the Peralta bourbon, so I'm expecting much better flavors because it's a bourbon and it's cask strength, so 123 proof.
4 years old in the Arizona sun.
That
guy is dark.
I guess Arizona must age like Texas quick.
And that smells buttery. Ooh, wow.
But yeah, that smells really good.
So we got some people in the chat here.
Everyone cheersing and saying hi.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen this name, I don't think. Gandy Road? Are you new? If not, maybe I'm just...
Yeah, I've seen Gandy Road on a few other chats. Welcome to our live.
Thanks for joining.
I see Dave Vogel saying in there. Dave, I got your email right before we went live. I'm glad you really like that Nassif. That was a pretty good bottle.
Oh my goodness. I think you'll like this one. It's more familiar tasting. But it does have, I mean, this is craft whiskey, so you're going to have a little different.
So
there's a weird finish.
Yeah, but typically on craft whiskey, it comes across youthful and malty a lot for me. I don't get any malt in this. I get like what is the caramely, like candy bar on a stick? Says Sugar Daddy. Some, you know what I'm talking about?
I think
you about pull your teeth out when you eat one. I get that on the finish on this guy. This is good.
Yeah, but it's different from other stuff, that finish.
Mm-hmm.
The main flavor is more like a typical bourbon, but then it has that creamy, interesting note.
Yep. I see Sean from Echoes in Eternity Bourbon in there. Welcome, Sean. Thanks for supporting.
Yeah, we got quite a few. Wow.
You get a little chocolate on that.
Maybe that's what in the finish, right? It's
yeah.
like some weird sweet candy.
Yeah, like a chocolate covered chewy caramel.
Yeah, I was looking at their website before this live stream to see if we could order these if we like them, and they ship, but only in the state of Arizona. So we will either have to take a trip to Arizona or something else if we really want a bottle of these.
Yeah, so Steven said he could hand deliver me any one of these that I wanted, but the Peralta cask strength. And that's unfortunate because that one's really good.
Well, they're probably out because it's good.
That's a good one. If you're ever in Tempe, Arizona, stop by Adventurous Stills and try that one because that's really good.
Okay, so this third one is it's called Blue Ridge, and it's 100% blue corn is what the mash bill. So it's 95 proof, lower proof, still a pretty good color. I think it's
I think Steven said this one was his
20,
favorite.
No, 27 months. So it's, what, 2 years old? A little over 2 years old?
A little over 2. It's got some really good color. Again, aging in Arizona is probably similar to aging in Texas.
It's got to be. I don't know. Anyone ever had any Arizona whiskey?
Tolly's in the house. Samoan Barkeep, welcome.
Cheers.
So I was expecting this to taste a little different off the nose, but I'm pleasantly surprised
I like this one a lot.
with how that turned out.
I actually think I like it more than the bourbon.
That is really good.
It kind of gives off like that tropical fruit flavor you get in single malts.
Oh, hey, Chris, thanks. This was the Elijah Craig barrel that I picked up in today's bourbon hunt. I broke it down and put it together on the wall. Eventually, I'll put out a video of the new studio build. I kind of took some pictures and some video here and there as I put this together. So this is our second live stream in this space. We did like a Patreon only live stream last night with Bourbon Note and had a lot of fun.
A little too much fun.
Laura got really drunk on camera and almost ruined today's activities with her hangover.
It happens. It happens. This one smells really good. So.
Yeah, I'm not mad at this at all. It's like just silky.
Yeah,
I don't know how to describe that mouthfeel other than it's just silky.
it doesn't taste like a bourbon though.
No, it does not.
I don't know why the blue corn would taste so much different.
So the Balcones True Blue, I guess would be the closest thing that I've had to this. That's a little bit darker. I don't know if it's older, but they're very similar tasting.
I
And
can't remember what that one tastes like.
I just had it a couple nights ago.
Oh, okay.
After you went to bed.
That's why I can't remember. I'm like, I think I've had it once.
Yeah. So what was this one called again?
That one's called Blue Ridge.
Blue Ridge. I'm gonna have to reach out to Steven for one of those. That's really good.
Anyone else drinking anything this Saturday night? Anything good? So this next one, we're going completely different now. We're going with rye. So this one's called the Lost Dutchman, and it's 95 proof again, just like the last one, but it's 85% rye, 5% caramel rye, and 10% wheat. So I had to look that up because I don't know what caramel rye is. I've never seen that on a label before, but it just means they caramelized some of the rye before they made anything with it. And they say it makes it more approachable. So maybe sweeter, more like bourbon, less like rye.
So it's got an interesting note on the nose. I don't know if I can describe it. So it smells like a rye, but there's something a little extra in there.
Maybe that's the wheat.
So you hear people on bourbons talk about medicinal cherry. Is there a medicinal caramel? Is that a note?
There is now.
If not, I'm making it up. It's got a medicinal caramel note on the nose.
So Chris is drinking some Benchmark Full Proof. I hear it's really good.
Yeah.
We only get the 8-year benchmark.
I don't think it's 8-year. I think it's just Benchmark 8 or Benchmark 8.
Oh, it's not an 8-year?
No.
I don't know. We never tried it, but that's the only one we get around here.
I think it's like $10.
I want you to pronounce what Sugar Kitty's drinking.
Erdinger Wee Beer. So
I'll go with it.
That's like an Oktoberfest beer. Is that correct, Sugar Kitty?
And then we got a McKenna 10. That's a solid choice. Love that one.
Yeah, we love that. It's actually going to be one of the bottles we give away if we ever get to 1,000 subscribers.
This week we've gone more down than up, but that's okay. We kind of expected that with some of our stupid videos.
Yeah, so if you guys saw the Baker Drinks Goes Climbing, that was not meant to be like a real video. We're not trying to quit our day jobs and become actors. That was totally cheesy, intended to be. And we were in our yard the entire time if you didn't pick that up.
Well, this is like chocolate.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I don't know that I've got so much chocolate on a rye before. Sorry, Michael, you can't drink at work. But thanks for joining us anyway, even while you're at work.
What kind of boss do you have? You just got to bring 2 glasses to work, one for you and one for the boss.
Look, he's showing off for you since
look at that.
Unicorn bottle, Russell Reserve 13.
Yeah, someday I'll get one. I got a sample of it I got a sample of it hand delivered.
Oh.
From my good buddy Dave Vogelsang.
Oh yeah. So it's very light. So it's not like an Oktoberfest beer.
Okay. Made for summer.
Yeah, I mean it sounds good. We like German beers.
We love German beers. So Washington State used to have just this amazing Oktoberfest in this little town over on the east side called Leavenworth. It's like a Bavarian village. And we went over there every year, wore the lederhosen,
I wore my dirndl. We got all dressed up. Lots of strangers took pictures with
Did
us.
lots of dancing with strangers to polka music. We used to have a really good time, and then COVID kind of killed the festival, and we haven't been in a few years. We really miss it. Spoiler alert, there may be an Oktoberfest themed live coming up in late September.
I gotta have an excuse to wear those outfits. They're expensive.
Mm. So
He liked your video, babe. And so did Sean.
yeah, I mean, you guys saw that pappy was tied to a string, and it was like hard to do that even.
He like did a whole storyboard, like planned out, okay, we're gonna have it at this angle, and he had too much fun coming up with that idea.
It was a lot of fun, but super cheesy.
So I think this last one is it says one of his favorites.
Okay.
So it's called Cherry Bomb Rye. So it's a rye that is smoked in cherrywood.
Smoked cherrywood rye. And it's 62% ABV. So, and honestly, that might be the darkest one yet. What does it say?
I don't know how old it is. It looks similar. A 24-hour live stream? Oh my goodness. I could not.
Oh.
Those people are crazy. Well, I mean, they kind of. I've hopped on a couple of theirs to watch, and they're very interesting. They I don't know, they're entertaining. I couldn't imagine doing 24 hours long. German beers, German wurst. I'm sure it's good though.
I mean, at some point, I'm probably passing out live on camera.
Just someone's got to be awake.
I mean, we were 2 hours last night with Bourbon Note, and it was hard to get up and go to work this morning.
Oh man. Hey, he gets to go to Leavenworth for work.
Oh, cool. Tolly, I don't know if I've ever chatted with you to find out what you do for work. And I don't know that I've ever mentioned, but Laura and I are both registered nurses.
It's not what I was expecting by cherrywood smoked. I would have thought it would be really smoky.
Oh.
It's very fruity. It's like there's cherry in it instead of smoked cherry wood. So it's kind of confusing to me.
I could see myself owning a couple of these bottles, and this would be one of them. Probably this and that Blue Ridge.
Yeah, I mean, these are so strange. I don't even know how to, like, there's nothing to compare them to. Like, I haven't drank anything that tastes like that. It doesn't taste like a rye. It doesn't smell like a rye.
No.
It kind of still has that chocolate note that the other ones have. Oh, hey. Hey, Ben. Nice to see you again.
Ben, you guys almost ruined today by getting Laura drunk.
My first half of my day was not pleasant, but I'm a lightweight.
Mm-hmm.
I know that, and I get nervous on camera, I think, if you can't tell by my glowing red neck here.
Yeah. And I mean, there's lots of whiskey channels in this chat right here, but for those of you who don't create content for YouTube, we kind of map out what we're going to film and post, for like several weeks in advance. At least we do. I'm OCD that way. And when we have a chance, we try to film a few extra videos ahead for days like today.
When I don't feel like filming?
I thought we were going to have to like do the old switcheroo and change the entire next week, but Laura rallied. So we film on Saturdays, edit on Sundays, and then we post Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then occasionally an extra one like we did the bourbon hunt today. And that's just kind of our thing. And then we're going to start doing these live samples on Saturday nights. We've got samples from several of our friends. We've met up in person and hand delivered and swapped. We're sending out Pacific Northwest distillery samples, and we're getting regional samples from everyone else. So coming up in the future, we've got some Lucky 7 samples that we're going to review from Dave Vogelsang. We've got some ASW samples and 13th Colony samples from Sean at Echoes and Eternity Bourbon. So we've got a few more live streams. Plus, we're going to do a bottle kill live stream. Am I giving away too much?
No, that's perfectly fine. I mean, I don't have the days picked of when we're doing this. We're probably going to do a live stream every Saturday. Unless we don't feel like it, then we won't. But
yeah,
most Saturdays,
because
it's the easiest day. We're both off, and
yep, we're both off. We both have Sunday off, which is the most important thing.
Yes.
But we're gonna start trying to do this. It may seem kind of clunky and awkward right now. We're brand new to this, so you guys are on this journey with us, and we're just trying to provide something that's entertaining. A lot of other channels live streams tonight got canceled. Bourbon at Whiskey Uncensored, I think he's got a stomach bug and couldn't live. So we'll try to fill in the gap and have some fun with you guys, but we will get better at this. So bear with us. I'm rambling. Sorry.
He rambles. It's okay. It fills space while I'm chewing on.
I ramble and I knife hand. So if that offends you, I'm sorry.
Actually, since he cut the tips of his fingers in April, he does this weird, like, it's not so much a knife hand anymore. Now
they're like out. Yeah. Well, they hurt so bad for so long that I just kind of got used to like holding them out. They're just numb now, which as a nurse is kind of difficult for starting IVs, but I've been doing all right.
Oh, I just went back to that first one. I think it was the perfect one to do first because it is definitely the worst one.
So with free booze, there is no bad option, right?
Yes.
But
it's just weird. So I guess if you like weird whiskey, then the Fossil Creek whiskey would be your go-to. But I like the idea of them using only local grains and coming up with things that are totally different, but not even finished. It's just like a different mash bill, a different grain, because these are very interesting. They're not, I'd say I like most of them. So that's positive.
Yeah. So again, not a bad whiskey here, and not just because they were free. They're just so different from glass to glass.
Yeah.
And I think Steven sent us that on purpose to just kind of give a sampling of what they provide out in Arizona. And I'm not disappointed with any of them. This first one, the Fossil Creek, it seriously reminds me of that High West campfire.
Yeah, I'm guessing it would be enjoyable around smoke, like a campfire.
Mm-hmm.
But inside, maybe not so much. Maybe not so much. Oh, I'll make some comments bigger so you can see that. Lifetime bourbon drinkers.
I've got my membership card in my back pocket, so.
That sounds interesting. Blending a full proof and an Eagle Rare, so they should have similar taste, just kind of lower in the proofs, maybe.
So Gandy Road, do you call that rare bench? Maybe, I don't know. I think one of the patrons of Bourbon Note last night had a Buffalo Rare. That was pretty cool. Is
that Buffalo Trace Eagle Rare?
Yeah. See, I told you she don't remember it, Ben.
I don't. I don't remember that. But that's okay. I enjoyed the whiskey, I think. Yeah, what was the third one?
So the third
That's
one
the blue corn.
is
I
the
just like
Blue Ridge Blue Corn.
the
So
smell of that.
so
It
I
reminds
just
me of like a Pacific Northwest single malt,
okay.
like that fruity.
I just smelled this Peralta again, and again I get that like chocolate covered chewy caramel. That is a great nose.
Mm.
I could probably just sit here and smell this for a while.
Yeah, I kind of enjoy the smell on a lot of these more than. Do you make her a drink though?
I was just going to ask.
You have it ready for her when she gets home.
What was it, Trev at Bourbon Ranch that
Mm-hmm.
that had like a old fashioned pre-mixed and in the fridge, and all she had to do was put the ice cube in it.
Mm-hmm.
Husband material. He's getting married soon.
Yeah. You used to have drinks ready for me. I don't know what's going on.
So
I get off work earlier.
when I cut my fingertips off, I was home for 3 months, and I'm like a doer, so I couldn't just sit down and heal. I had to like clean the house every day one-handed. I had to do yard work every day one-handed. I had to cook dinner one-handed, pour drinks. I mean, retirement's looking good.
Yeah, he thinks he's retiring soon. I don't know about that.
Not as soon as Dave.
I mean, I can't see how that blend would be bad. But was it better than like any of those by themselves?
Ben says he sure does. He pours that drink for his wife. Good for you, Ben.
Eagle Rare and Rare Breed. Have you ever heard of that mixture? We don't do a lot of blending of our own.
Do you just call it Eagle Rare Breed?
Sure, why not?
I'm willing to give it a try.
Here's this one, Steagle Rare. Eagle Rare and Stag Junior.
Oh.
I don't know that I'd want to waste any Stag Junior by mixing it with some Eagle Rare, but it could be really good.
I thought our whiskey game was legit, but
Oh,
our chat is showing us we've got a lot to learn.
Yeah, we do.
What is it in we're the Padawan?
I don't know.
No Star Wars references.
I knew it was from Star Wars,
okay.
but I don't know the.
They are the Jedi.
Okay.
The whiskey Jedi.
I'll go with it. I've seen.
Don't make it weird.
Well, I haven't even seen all the movies. I mean, like, I'm not a huge
If
Star
you cost
Wars.
us subscribers with that comment.
It's only gone down today. What else can happen? It's just going to keep going down.
So I'm on the Blue Ridge again. What do you want?
I don't know. I'm just smelling them.
You just smell.
I'm just enjoying smelling them
I
more
mean,
than drinking them.
Two, I could sit and smell that all day. It's nothing like a Scotch, but you know how I can sit with a Scotch and just smell it and like, oh, I'm getting this note now. I could spend some time with this guy.
So I guess Ben's meat turned out good. He had some good meat.
The pork butt.
apparently.
Yeah. 12-hour cook, right?
I think those are the ones I haven't seen.
Oh.
Wait, that's the old ones, right? Or is that the new ones?
4, 5, and 6 were the original 3.
Okay, so I've seen those ones.
And there was the prequels and the sequels.
Okay.
And then there's like about 50 spinoffs.
Yeah, I've seen the old ones and maybe like the first prequel.
So I
skipped the rest.
I have got her into like, and there I'm doing that weird finger thing again. Sorry, guys.
I just made you more aware of it.
You did. Thanks
so
a
now
lot.
You're all self-conscious.
Now I'm just gonna sit on my hands. But I did get her to watch The Mandalorian.
That was entertaining.
And the Book of Boba Fett.
I like that.
And she really struggled through Andor.
What was that?
Exactly.
I think I played on my phone.
You probably slept.
Well, I can't watch everything.
The Turkey 202 or Dirty Bird. What?
Yeah. I never heard of any of these.
I'm going to have to like play this back and read through the chat. And I'm going to be Googling some of these.
And then you'll mix them and be like, how do you like this one? How do you like that one?
Yeah. I'm very curious now. I mean, I see some future content in some of these blends.
Why not?
Some chat inspired content.
But then you got to compare them to the original and see which one's better. Because if you're going to go through the work of mixing them, it better be better than just drinking it by itself.
Well, I assume they're better or they wouldn't be named.
I don't know. People like to name things. I possibly saw that one. The name sounds familiar. I think there was a female that was... Wasn't there? No, like a wren or something like that. Some big female. I'm not even going to try. I'm just done with that.
So Ben and Greg devolve into like food talk. We devolve into Star Wars
We
talk.
will not, because I have no idea.
You're just going to have to do your homework.
I'm not. I'd rather talk about food. We got Independent Joe in the house.
Joe,
nice
cheers.
to see you. I think we're probably getting close to done, but I think Adventurous Stills is a pretty good company. They're making some good stuff.
I got some
it's
coffee
interesting.
on the Dutchman Rye that time.
It's definitely interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely worth if you're in Arizona. And I believe Steven said this was the only grain to glass distillery in Arizona.
Well, on their website, they say it multiple times. They say one of the only. Maybe there's another one, or they just have it listed that way. So in case there's another one, they don't have to change it's like their slogan or something.
So I think the big distillery in Arizona is Delbach. And Steven did send us a couple samples of that. We'll probably, we tried to keep a theme here with a single distillery, but at some point we've got a box of random samples. So at some point, somebody's not going to have sent us anything regional for us to sample on Saturday night, and we'll just pull random stuff out of the box. So We'll probably do that Delbach.
That sounds delicious. I could go for Lagavulin 16.
So Lagavulin 16 is pretty legit pour.
It sounds very tasty right now. Well, actually, nothing really does. If you can see my glasses, they're still pretty full.
And mine are almost
tonight.
empty, and I've like been nursing these things.
Well, anyway, thank you for joining us today. I think we're going to wrap it up. I appreciate all you guys being in the chat and commenting and listening to us talk.
Yeah, guys. And again, we're new to this. We're going to get better. Eventually, we would love to get to...
You've got a little bit of each, right? You got to...
I got a tiny bit. Are we doing the Benny Walker special?
Yeah, you should.
Oh, you're pouring yours into mine?
Well, I'm just giving you a little bit of this one.
Okay.
So that because you were out.
Benny Walker special.
Yeah, you got to get the...
the
blend.
And if you watch
50,
Bourbon,
50,
you know what it is. This is 50-50-50-50-50.
Yeah.
Right?
So I don't know how many. I wasn't counting. How many 50s were there?
Eventually, though, what I was saying is we're going to do the tasting and then have a hangout. So we would love to get a few of you on with us to, keep drinking and hanging out and getting to know each other. It won't happen tonight. We got to figure out how to do it.
Yeah, we're not experts with this whole technology thing.
Again,
I think it's pretty simple. We were cutting it real close on time. I was literally shoveling food in my mouth while I was trying to.
So Ben, that smells pretty good.
Let me smell. Let me smell.
I'm doing this alone?
Well, I'm going to drink out of yours.
Oh, okay.
I'll take a sip. Actually,
it smells really good.
It smells really good. and not like any of them. I think because they're all so weird that they all bring something to the table here.
So yeah, there's a campfire whiskey, a cask strength bourbon, 100% blue corn, 85 510 rye, and then a cherry wood smoked rye. And it smells really good. Did it not taste good?
I don't know. I think it may have been better without the Fossil Creek.
How did that get salty?
I don't know, but it didn't get better. They're better alone.
They're definitely better alone. And somehow that got salty.
I don't know. I would not recommend blending those together. Gross.
Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. Cheers.